Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Lushak. We're the odds couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com. We're talking with Joe Gavazzi from winningsportsadvice.com about a bunch of basketball games that go tomorrow on Thursday. Today is Wednesday, so we have only very, very early reference opening lines for reference. And right now we're going to take a look at one of these tough college basketball games, Gonzaga and Pepperdine. Now, Gonzaga obviously is an awesome team, and they've covered 5 in a row, but this line is going to be anywhere between 25 and 30. So in college basketball, those are, very tough lines to deal with, and a perfect example of that was the last time that Gonzaga was this big of a favorite, which was in November. They were a 27.5-point favorite over Quinnipiac. They blew them out, but they didn't cover. They only won by 20. So, you can see that all the time.
Didn't cover the first half on that either. I lost on that one.
Right. So then again, in their last game, they were a bit of a smaller favorite against South Dakota and won that one by 37. So clearly, Gonzaga can cover this number if they're fully motivated. And Pepperdine, they have not been there. They're only 3-8 against the spread, and they've had some blowout losses to some mediocre teams. So this is a tough one, very, very tough. Mike Brenner, it's going to be a pass for me. What do you like here?
It's going to be a pass. Pepperdine also 1-3 on the road against the spread, so there's nothing, I don't know. Gonzaga, that's a lot. That's a big number, and I don't think they're coached to the point where they just want to keep the pedal to the metal. And, we did this show with Joe last week, these early games. I like it because Joe's got some really good names for categories where he breaks it down, and the early bird does get the worm here. I was leaning initially Gonzaga half, but doing my research, teams like this, it's the perfect situation for them. They just don't pound it because they know they're better. The talent's there.
Exactly.
So I'm off. If anything, I would look at an over, but, don't know what that number is. But let's hear what Jumpin' Joe's got to say.
Joe Gavazzi, what can you tell us?
Two of my favorite situations converge here for a point spread winner for us with the underdog side, Pepperdine. You guys alluded to the fact that Gonzaga has been on a point spread tear while the Pepperdine wave is just 3-8 against the spread. If you add up the away from the point spread differentials of those two teams, you'll see it adds up to over 100 points. And that is why this line will be 10 points higher than where it would have been opening night. Now, that's only 6 weeks ago, and it's a huge swing of 10 points because the line maker is pretty sharp even in that first week, and we always see lines relate back to where they were the first week of the season. Mark Few does have his best Gonzaga team ever, I believe, and they are going to win the WCC again and quite possibly get a top 4 seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament. Last year, they blew out the wave once and played one game close. That's double revenge for Pepperdine, who was a winning team last year with 18 victories. Last game, Pepperdine had a narrow 1-point loss to Montana, setting up a situation where we have a double revenge winning team from last year as a dog off a loss. These are like money in the bank. And when combining it with the extra 10 points of value, since only 6 weeks ago, I am all in taking Pepperdine plus the 27 points.
Wow, very convincing. Yeah, very convincing argument. I mean, it certainly makes sense to me. I would lean that way myself. It's just when you see how potent Gonzaga can be at times, it makes you a little bit nervous. But you got to figure the motivation here is all with Pepperdine and nothing with Gonzaga.
Exactly. You know what else I was just thinking about as Joe was talking? It's coming up on New Year's Eve. These guys are going to be looking for a little break. They don't want to they're not saying, God, we got to blow Pepperdine out. I like it. I'm jumping aboard that Gavazzi train, baby.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Have a wonderful New Year's.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.